Walking down these empty streets, echoes of the past I meet. Lost and wandering for so long, searching for where I belong. Sunrise breaking through the night, guiding me back to the light. Every step feels like a prayer, promises hang in the air. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Memories of laughter and tears, answers to my deepest fears. In these walls I find my truth, washing away the years. Oh, the road was long and rough, but my spirit's had enough. Here in the sanctuary, healing feels extraordinary. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Oh, the road was long and rough, but my spirit's had enough. Here in the sanctuary, healing feels extraordinary. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. I'll be on here, Facebook, for about a few minutes, and then we'll switch over. Good morning, everybody. Happy freaking Thursday, man. Almost at Friday. Good morning, everybody. Glad you're here. Glad you're feeling good. If you're feeling good, let me know you're feeling good. You feeling bad, man? Let's say you're feeling bad. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're here. You're valuable to me. I think I need to start the show like this. I'm gonna start the show how we usually end it. You matter today. I need you to know that. I need you to know you matter today. I need you to know that you're absolutely amazing. And so let's get into the show today. We're going to talk about relationships, man. We're going to talk about relationships, and we're not going to talk bad about women. We're not going to knock our past. We're not going to talk about our exes. We're not going to talk about any of that. I think this morning we're going to talk about a concept I thought about last night, and we'll wait for a few more people to come in the room, in the YouTube and Facebook. But I want to talk this morning about what it means to depend on your person and not contend. I think that a lot of relationships are broken, man, because we do more contending than we do depending. And that's the facts, man. You know, and I think a lot of this stuff, honestly, is controlled by how we saw a relationship growing up. I'm going to tell you right now, man, you can see something growing up that you can't stand and you vow you're going to be different when you get older. Man, listen, you'll become the very thing you hate. You will run the same kind of relationship you saw growing up if you don't make a conscious decision to be different. It's just the truth, man. You know, we are all affected by what we saw growing up. And man, when I look in these what they call these internet streets, man, and I see the stuff that's going on relationally, I wonder how we're going to have a future. Now, I know somebody would say, man, that's some heavy talk, Christian, for you to say how we're going to have a future. But think about it. You know, how will we have a future with the conditions of relationships now? If you're watching me on YouTube, that means that you watch YouTube, right? That means you watch YouTube. And when you see relationship talks on YouTube, some of the worst philosophies, some of the worst teaching I've ever heard in my life. What I'm finding, man, is a lot of this stuff is based on emotions. People are teaching from a place of pain, not a place of revelation. They're teaching from pain. They're teaching from disappointment. And the problem with a lot of these philosophies, man, is that people are now, they're building their whole framework for love off of something they heard from a 32-year-old. And I'm not knocking you if you're 32. I'm just saying that a lot of people are building relationship philosophies based off a wounded 32-year-old on the internet. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And the reason I'm so I'm not afraid, the reason I'm so concerned about society is because if we keep on contending against each other, and that's what made me think about this last night. I was sitting on the couch, man, like, wow, just the beef. Even I see some arguments on my TikTok or arguments on my YouTube page from women and men. And I mean, the harshness that we talk to women with, I mean, I had to tell a guy on my TikTok, calm down. He was really attacking this woman. And I'm like, man, what's the anger all about? What's the anger all about? Let's talk about relationships. But I think there's too much talk about relationships as far as who's who and who do what and what is wrong with women and what is wrong with men. And the fact a true elevated thought process, if you have, and that's what we're going to have this morning. We're going to have a true elevated conversation, and I want you guys to jump in the chat. Let me know how you feel about what I'm saying or share your ideas about what I'm saying. But do you think we're in trouble? Those of you who are in the room, if you can hit the chat, do you think we're in trouble from what you see? I mean, it's no cohesion. And again, it's no true revelation. You have people fighting because what I've found, man, is that we have people that don't understand. We don't understand manhood, and women don't understand womanhood. Right. And we don't understand the differences. So where we should be joining together, we are contending against each other. And imagine the sickness of that. Think about that. Imagine the sickness of men can't stand women, women can't stand men, but we still going to get together and have children. Right. Think about it. Didn't Cain, y'all hear me? Think about it. Think of the sickness of I'm going to make a child with somebody I don't understand. And now we're going to battle. That's the biggest sickness I see, where a man is not complete alone. Now I know I'm going to get hell on the internet about this because some of y'all men is so soft that you can't take a conversation about yourself. One of the biggest things I see in men is that we can't take accountability for anything, and women don't want to take responsibility for anything. We can't be accountable and women won't admit anything. And that's just the truth. I'm talking about across the board. I'm going to tell you something. I say this often. I don't say it often, but sometime in my conversation with friends, I say it. I saw my parents walk through a relationship where it seems like they always held on to everything. Right? They were always contending. It seemed like they always had some type of beef. Because they never sat down to really understand each other, right? I saw, because in men, again, we're not inherently complete. And I know, listen, again, soft men can't stand this. Soft men can't think of the thought that you're not complete. You need a woman. You do. And guess what? Women, you sisters that's on here, and you guys are going to be listening to this podcast later, you need men. Brothers, you need women, and whether that's a romantic relationship or not, that's why you grow up with a mother. It's to prove to you, my man, that you need a woman. And some of you guys, let's talk straight, gentlemen. How in the world did you need your mother so much growing up, and then all of a sudden you don't need a woman anymore? If you don't need a woman, how do you fill the gaps in your life? Well, let's talk straight. How you fill the gaps in your life if you don't need a woman? You do need a woman. That's why I don't want to get into the internet conflict of women is this and women is this, and especially when we get into the color. Oh, black women is this. And first of all, some of y'all talk about how women are, and you've never been with a woman outside of your race. You've never been with a woman outside of the one you've been chasing for 10 years. Come on, a lot of you guys don't even have enough experience with women to say how women are, right? It's the same thing I tell women all the time. There's a lot of women that'll tell you how men are. The danger of a woman telling you how men are is that she can only describe her last relationship. Let's talk about relationships. Usually my relationship day is Friday, but I'm talking about the deep, intense spiritual side of relationship. I'm not talking about this surface, shallow nonsense we talk about. Number one, most relationships fail because we don't know how to choose. See, we can't talk about the divorce conversation until we talk about how to choose. Most of you gentlemen walk into failed relationships because you don't even know how to choose a woman. You don't. You choose her out of an ignorant space, right? And most of us immature men, we choose women out of instant gratification. Whatever's on my mind right now, right? Let's go deeper because I'm not scared of this. A lot of you men have chosen your woman based on what you've seen a woman do in pornography. You didn't even look for quality. You were looking for body from what your addiction is on porn. That's why a lot of relationships can't work out from the rip, right? A man has a fantasy in his head about what a woman is. She gonna sit down, she gonna shut up, she gonna clean, and she gonna screw me. Dude, you're looking for an animal. You're not looking for a woman. Come on. And then a lot of women are just saying, I'm just looking for somebody to just provide. You're looking for a bank. You're looking for an investment plan. You're not looking for a relationship. So the reality is a lot of times when it comes to relationship, we can't even choose properly. And the biggest reason we can't choose properly is because we have no self-awareness. We have no self-awareness. You don't know yourself enough. You don't know your flaws enough, right? Because some of us are still in a space where you're still blaming your last relationship for how your life is. You know, come on. Because the question you really got to ask yourself, my man, is why'd you choose her? What was in you that chose her? Oh man, she crazy and she this and she wild and and she disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you she was wild, crazy, and disrespectful when you met her. But you know what happens? You allow your need for instant gratification to ignore all the symptoms that she's showing you. She's showing you she's off. She's showing she ain't got it. She's showing she's about to ruin your life. But you were so horny that you ignored the fact that she's about to ruin your life. Let's get real. Let's get real. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me jump in this chat. My man Mark, Life, Stephanie, my man. Yes, we choose based on we choose from an ignorant space, bro. You do. You do. You needed fun, so you married the fun girl. Marriage ain't just fun. Come on. We choose shallowly, right? You chose the girl who can make you laugh. What happens when life ain't got no laughter in it? What happens when you really got to deal with something, right? You chose here we go. You chose a high value woman. Let me tell you when you find out whether somebody's high value. When things are falling apart. High value, there's no proof of high value when everything's high and everything's good and everything. You can only prove you're a high value man, or that woman can only prove she's a high value woman when times get rough and things is falling apart. That's when you can tell if somebody's high value. I'm going to tell y'all something my sister shared with me years ago, and I never forgot it. I was a teenager, but I never forgot it. We was having a conversation about who to marry. Now, again, I was always before my time. Here I'm 14 having a conversation about who to marry. But my sister said something so very profound one day. She said, you know what, brother? You know what I think? I said, what you think? She said, I think that you should only marry the person that you want next to you while you're standing over your parents' coffin. I'm going to say that again. You should get with the person that you want next to you while you're burying a parent. Come on, think about that. Let's talk about it. Jump in the chat. Let's talk about it for a minute. How y'all feel about that, right? How y'all feel about that? Good morning, Yolanda. Huh? That's who do you want next to you when times is rough? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share something with y'all. I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. My second divorce, the day I decided to get divorced. I remember the very day I decided to get divorced. I said, I'm going to get paperwork and I'm divorcing. I'm getting a divorce. And this is what drove it. I was sitting on a dialysis machine. I was down to about 170 pounds. I was sick as a dog, taking care of myself. and the person I was married to was being so unkind, so mean, so nasty, so crazy toward me. And I sat there and I was dealing with it because it's like, okay, you love your wife and you deal with this. But I sat there and I listened to what she was saying to me and the things, the meanness that was coming through the phone. And then I looked at my arm where all my dialysis needles was, and I start watching all my blood go in one tube and all my blood come in another tube, and my body's falling apart. I don't know if I have a future anymore. I done spoke around the world. I thought I was going to have and now I'm on a dialysis machine dying, and the person I'm with has something negative to say to me while I'm on dialysis. I said, I'm going. It's no way. You understand? So the question becomes, the person we all have a story about somebody you really loved, right? We all have a story about somebody we really cared about. But what happens? What happens is you didn't choose correctly. You'll find out once you get years in a relationship. I ain't talking about the shallow part where it's like, oh, everything's fine and everything's okay, and this person can make the worst blunder in the world, and you're like, oh, it's okay. You have a big butt. Come on, let's be real, gentlemen. How much ignorance have you ignored in a woman because of her body shape? Come on. See, this is why I come outside and talk. Because when I was a pastor, and this is how I talked as a pastor. And church people act so like they don't know what you're talking about. That's why I had to come outside and talk to people. Huh? How much ignorance have you ignored in a woman because her breasts set up perfectly? You knew she was mean. But you know what you can't, it's easy to point out the brokenness in the people you dated, but it's very hard to look at the brokenness that's in you that caused you to choose them. Most relationships fail because we don't choose right. And you can't choose right if you don't know yourself. How much do you know about you? I ain't got nowhere to go today. So this don't have to be no half-hour show. We could push it to the limit. That's what my man Rick Ross said. Let me say. When do you want? Who do you want? Yes, Yolanda. Who do you want next to you when times are rough? When I was on dialysis, I needed somebody to bring me some crackers. I didn't need somebody telling me what else I needed to do for them. Huh? And you know what I had to do? I can't sit here and blame my ex. That would be being less than a man. I got to say, okay, she is who she is. Whoever you dated is who she was. The question is, in the moment, what made you connect? Because guess what? Just because you didn't work out with a person don't mean they're a bad person. It means that you didn't do enough investment. Man, I must be cooking. I'm hot. You didn't do enough investment in this person to see whether they fit the greater parts of your life. Anybody can fulfill a sexual need. Anybody, listen, bro, anybody. I got women in the room, so I'm gonna calm my talk down. But anybody can please you sexually, man, right? What can she do for your mind? Can she birth the seeds of your thought? Or is your only exchange sexual? Is your exchange mental? Is your exchange emotional? If you don't have any other exchange with a woman, then what worth does she have in your life? And the question is, if she can't do anything past pleasing you sexually, why did you choose her? You know why you chose her? Because you were weak when you chose her. You weren't considering yourself when you chose her. You were weak, bro. You were weak. See, this is the real men's channel. This channel ain't for chumps. This channel ain't for a bunch of men that's like, no, dog. Oh, no, dog. These women out here ain't no good, dog. No, you're a frail-minded man who couldn't see past temporal pleasure. Grow up, bro. We've all been there. I've chosen wrong. That's why people say, man, why are you so vulnerable on your show? Why the hell am I not going to be? I'm going to sit here and lie to men? For what? It's enough men out here lying already. Ain't y'all tired? You tired of men lying? Let's be truthful. Are you tired of lying about yourself? That's why I'm trying to be the first example. I'm not asking you to be honest. I'll be honest in front of you to see whether you'll follow me or not. Because where you going to follow me, where you following me is in vulnerability. You want to be a man, be vulnerable. Admit your shit, bro. You want to be vulnerable, admit it. Admit where your mind was broken. Admit that you're an abuser. Admit you have a bad attitude. Admit that you're scared. Admit that you need a woman because you don't have direction without one. Admit the fact that because you grew up with women, you're not looking for a lady, you're looking for a mother. Admit the times in your... Man, it's too heavy. This too heavy. This too heavy. Because some of you men, you always grew up with the voice of a woman in your life. You never had the voice of a man in your life. That's not your fault. But what I'm telling you is a lot of times the result of that is that you choosing a woman that's more of a mother than a lover. Oh, man. Let me see. Let me see. I was married to a preacher that was emotionally and mentally abusive. I thank God I'm in my right now. Yeah, absolutely. 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 And I'm gonna say something to you, Yolanda, and I'm gonna say something to all of y'all. When you deal with a man in leadership like that, right? You got to know that there's some emotional things that's gonna come with that. It's emotionally weighty, right? His problem was and listen, Yolanda, you're writing a lesson today. Let me tell you what the title of the lesson is there. The title of the lesson is today, Depend, Don't Contend, How to Strengthen Relationship Through Trust. That's what I want to talk about today. Depend, don't contend. You know what your husband was doing? He wouldn't depend on you. So he contended with you. I don't care if this joint 2 hours. I'm going in today because we got to heal some people today. The reason why, and I want some of y'all to jump in. Let me put this up now. Here it is. Let's put up the Dear Brotherly advice right now, right? That way I don't miss anybody. Put your thing in the chat. Let me put it in the chat, and I will answer these questions as I teach today. Because let's get it on. Let's talk, because there's a lot of hurt out there. There's a lot of pain out there. If you need some advice, we talking about relationships today. I'll give business advice and other things another day. Today, we just dealing with relationship. You need a relationship advice, a relationship counsel, put it in the chat right now. Let's get it on. All right? Yeah, depend, don't contend. See, a lot of times, brothers, this is what we do. You want to come into the relationship so strong that you don't leave room for anybody else to come share it with you, right? Peep this. I'm gonna give y'all this on a spiritual level. When God took the rib out of Adam, was he not missing something? You know why I think God took Adam's rib from him, right? To leave a gap where he would always need to depend. Why would you contend with your rib? Right? Because why? The rib protects your vital organs. So when you come in a relationship big, bad, like you don't need nobody, who's going to protect you, my man? And we got this all twisted up. A man's job is to protect, provide, blah, blah, blah. We talk about protection as if we don't understand protection. Oh man, y'all gonna fight me on this. But to protection, of course, can you protect your family? Can you make sure nobody run in? Would you fight for your family? Yes. We're talking about deeper level of protection here, gentlemen. We're talking about a woman's protection for her man. You know why? Because listen, bro, you can't see like a woman. We don't have the detailed eye to see things like a woman does. You can't see what's around the corner. A woman can. Listen, the same way that you hate that a woman can look dead through you and see what's really going on, guess what? She can also do that for you. She can also do that for you and protect you from what you can't see. See, men, we're workers. We plow the field. We go forward. We grind hard. And in your grind, let me show you. Do I have something? Okay. So let's take this. Let's take my headphones, for example. When a bull is working the field, they put a yoke around his neck, right? So this is not earphones today, it's a yoke. So the yoke keeps the head down, right? The yoke keeps the head of the bull focused on his work, right? Focus on plowing the field. Focus on making sure we have. Focus on making sure we have a legacy. Focus on making sure we have a future. Focus on making sure that nothing comes to hurt us. That's the job of the bull. That's why the yoke is heavy. It keeps his neck down. The reason why you need a good woman in your life that has eyes and has what they call she has perception, right? She also can perceive the deep things that are happening, and she also has discernment, right? The reason you need that is because while you're building a future, you need somebody to look around. You can't look around while you're building a future. I'm cooking right now. You can't build a life while you're looking around. So you need somebody to look around for you. Now, the question is, are you marrying or are you dating a woman that has eyes? Or is she just looking to see what you're going to bring back from the field? See, some of you men are broken because you don't have a woman that's helping you do anything. She's just staring at you working, waiting to see the fruit of your labor. She wants the fruit of your labor. You don't need that kind of woman in your life. You need the kind of woman in your life that you can depend on. And if you got a woman you always are contending with, that means she doesn't belong. Or if you got a woman, or if you're always contending with your woman, you're not leaving enough room to depend. And if you can't depend on her, then tell me, sir, why the hell did you invite her in your life? See, and some of you guys, now we're not going to talk about the broken women and the broken men. Some of you guys are good guys and you got a good woman, but you refuse to depend on her because you think you're so much the man. She's there for a reason. The rib protects the vital organs. Now, let's get into this. God took Eve from the rib of man, from his side, right? He did not take a bone out of that man's head. So don't get with a woman that wants to think for you. The bone came from the side. It didn't come from the head. She doesn't belong in a place where she's thinking for you. She can think with you, but you shouldn't choose a woman that can think for you because that way she's trying to control you. Let me show y'all, give y'all a revelation. I hope y'all with me because I feel like I'm cooking. I may be talking trash. This podcast may be trash, but I feel like I'm cooking. He didn't take her out the head. She's not to think for him. You know what happened when the first time a woman tried to think for a man, it all fell apart. Eve tried to think for Adam. Hey, bro, take this. Look, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. I talked to the serpent and he told me here, man, this is going to make us greater. She, listen, in that moment, he was done. He was done. Right? So let's get back to this. So he didn't take the bone from the head. And guess what, gentlemen? He didn't take the bone from Adam's behind. You know why? Because the woman is not there for you to sit on her. She's not there for to be behind you. Look at the positioning or what bone God took. That's the revelation of where a woman belongs. Okay, so if you have a woman that wants to control your thoughts, she's not the one. If you have a woman that just wants to sit behind you and never stand by you, she's not the one. You have to choose based on who you are. You have to choose based on who you are. If you know that you have an innovative mind, don't choose a woman that can't think. Right? I'll give y'all an example. The woman I'm with right now, I am a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I can see anything. For me, I can see how we can change the world in 9 days. Do I have the steps all the time or how I'm going to do that? No, I'm a visionary. I can see what other people can't see. She is not a visionary. She can't see what I can see, but she's a project manager. She knows how to get me there. You know what? I had to know myself enough to know, don't get with a woman who can't help you walk out your dream. You got to know, this is the biggest thing, guys. You got to know what you lack. If you ever going to have a great relationship with a woman, my man, you got to know what you lack. And guess what? You got to admit what you lack. If you still leading with your strength, you'll never find a real woman. If you're still leading with your strength, you'll never find a real woman. If you're still leading with your strength, you'll never find a real woman. If you lead with your vulnerability, you'll find the woman you need. If you lead with your strength, you're going to keep on having people jump on your back and ride you until you're broke and ride you until you're broken emotionally. And then that woman will leave you in the dust, my man. You understand? You have to choose based on what you need. And that means you have to admit what you lack. And most of us don't want to do that. Let me look in the chat. Let me see who's in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Quint. Good morning. I'm cook. All right, all right. I said I got somebody tell me I'm cooking. All right, I'm cooking. Thanks, Jay. My man Bishop J. Baltimore, stand up. Let me see who's else in the building. LK. All right, you feeling me? All right, y'all. All right. Now, Facebook. It's too many Facebook people on here. I need y'all to go over to YouTube, okay? Go over to YouTube right now. Subscribe for the Dear Brother podcast. Go over to YouTube. All right, I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes. I'm into this. We're in 30 minutes right now, okay? So at 32 minutes, I'm going to click off Facebook. So y'all got 2 minutes to go over to YouTube and go over to YouTube right now to the Dear Brother podcast. Go over to YouTube, y'all. Go on your YouTube app, internet, whatever you're doing. Just switch over go over to YouTube and you can finish over there. All right. I promise today will be my last time. I love Facebook so much, so I keep on saying I'm hot, yo. Yeah, I'm bald headed and everything. Okay, so go over. Will be my last show on Facebook for sure. All right. All right. Go over there. Go over to YouTube. All right. Go over to YouTube. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So if you're not marrying somebody you can depend on, you're in trouble, right? And the question is, why do you keep on contending? I want to talk to some of you brothers. Why do you keep on contending with your woman? Is your esteem low? I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times when we contend with a woman, it's because we don't feel good about ourselves. That's hard to admit, right? A lot of times when we contend with our woman, it's because we don't feel confident about ourselves. Either you chose the wrong one or you don't feel confident in yourself. And again, why would you get with somebody you can't depend on? You know why? Because some of us we didn't want partnership. Come on, let's get into it. A lot of us didn't want partnership, yo. We didn't want partnership. You wanted domination. Relationship is not domination, brother. You'll never have a healthy, loving relationship trying to dominate the situation, right? Right? And some of you got good hearts, but you know, a lot of you brothers, you try to dominate the next situation because you weren't in control of the last situation. Oh man, see, this is look. We talk turkey over here. Ain't no soft talk. We men over here. We talk. Huh? A lot of times you will choose a woman you feel like you can control because you couldn't control the last one. Right? And so the question is, am I choosing based on who I am? If I'm choosing based on who I am, I can have a healthy relationship. If I'm choosing based on what I need in the moment, it's always going to fail. It's always going to fail. Let me see. Right? So this is the question. The breakdown of relationships is hard. They're crumbling. Right? A lot of our relationships have broken, man. They've broken. Because again, we don't believe in our own ability. Let me see who's in the chat. All right, yeah. Greg Jordan said absolutely. All right, we're 32. We have 33 minutes. All right, everybody on Facebook, go over to YouTube right now. In 3, 2, 1. All right, good. All right. We on YouTube. We're only on YouTube now, guys. Good morning, Jess. Good morning. All right. So let's get to it. This is the thing too. So let's understand this. There's a difference between contention and dependence. Okay? You will have back and forth with the person you're with. But it's a difference between contention and dependence, right? To contend in a relationship, when you're contending, it means you're arguing. That means you're constantly resisting the thought of your woman, right? And I'm going to say this again. I keep on saying it, but I want to say it again. If you can't depend on her wisdom, why did you choose her? See, you got to start admitting this stuff. If you're in a constant resistance with her, what's the issue? Why aren't you letting her in? And if you can't, let her go, right? So to contend is to argue, to always challenge your partner's ideas, to always challenge their abilities, to challenge their ideas, right? See, and see, this is the thing. The reason why you got to be careful is because society teaches us, society teaches men, They teach us total independence, right? That's what society teaches men. It teaches us self-reliance. We don't need nobody. You good, right? But you know what that does? That creates tension with the person you love. You listen, bro, you don't have what a woman has. And a woman doesn't have what you have. This is the beauty of how God made it. God made it so that we're all missing something. See, It's unity. It's the listen. What's the first thing Satan came after in the Garden of Eden? What the first thing Satan came after in the Garden of Eden was unity. Unity. He wanted to break up that relationship. I need to break up. I need to have this man looking at Eve with a hairy eyeball, right? Because think about it. They were together. They running around in Eden. They naked. They having a ball, right? And then here comes this conversation with Satan. The conversation was, the goal was to tear this relationship up. I need him not to trust her. I need him not to trust her. I need him to look at her funny so that now he feels like he got to do this thing by himself. Ooh wee. And that's a hard space for brothers. When you commit to a woman and feel like you still doing it by yourself, that will break you. That will break you. And that's how Adam felt in that garden. Damn, Eve. Right? Now, was it her fault? No, but we ain't getting into that right now. I don't want no women in here talking about it wasn't Eve's fault. No, that's shallow conversation. We're talking about human beings right now. We're talking about human beings. And I'm sure Adam looked at Eve and was like, damn, Eve, you did me dirty, sis. You did me dirty. Like, why would you do that? Right? Why did you do that? Why would you cause us to lose that way? Right? I'm sure his emotions were broken, and I'm sure she was disappointed in herself. I'm trying to show y'all what's going on in a relationship right now. In 2024, you still have men looking at women with the hairy eyeball, and you still have women saying, damn, I ain't mean to do that. Here we go. And Cain killed his brother Abel. Now we're going to go deeper now, right? When Adam and Eve had no contention, right? Imagine if they created their children before the fall. I don't think Cain would have killed his brother Adam. Cain would have killed his brother if they had created those babies with unity. What I think happened is I believe that Cain killed his brother Abel because those two boys then came out showing two different sides of Adam. The side of him that was connected to God and the side of him that was running around trying to find himself. And I believe that those babies were born with those babies represented the double heart of Adam. The part of him that wanted to live and the part of him that was destructive. And I think all of us have that in us right now. There's a part of you that can produce life and there's a part of you that can trash life. And you got to decide which part of you you're going to strengthen. Right? So that you're not walking around contending. Now, dependence is a healthy relationship. Dependence is, baby, I know you can't do this, so I'm going to do it. And I know what I can't do, so I'm going to leave that for you. Let me see. Let me look in the chat. Thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate you, sister. I appreciate you. Let's go deeper. Huh? Y'all ready for more? Let's go deeper. Let's keep cooking. Now let's talk about the cost of contention. Let's talk about how contention costs you, bro. Some of y'all are on your fourth relationship, right? You're on your fourth relationship, still trying to find the right one. Anytime you're on your fourth relationship trying to find the right woman, you're the wrong guy. Oh, God, I feel myself losing subscribers. I'm going to lose weak men. I'm not going to lose no strong ones. Strong ones can take this heat in this kitchen. Huh? If you keep on trying, if you're on a search for the right woman and you're dating, you're the wrong man, bro. If you got to keep on switching, there's something wrong with you because you keep on choosing the same type. See, some of y'all, she going to be tall and fair skinned, and some of y'all, she going to be short and dark skinned, and she going to be 9 foot from the Amazon, or she can be 7 foot from North Philly. You're going to deal with the same kind of woman because you're the same type of man. You only going to get what you attracting, bro. You're going to attract yourself. Adam was Eve. Eve was Adam. That's why he said bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. And they say they spoke Hebrew then. So Hebrew for man would have been ish. When he looked at her, he would have said isha, me in another form. That's what you're looking for. You in another form. You in another form. That's what you're looking for. You need more than somebody's going to clean your house and look good, my man. And to tell the truth, these women ain't cleaning no more anyway. That the age is over. Half these women can't even cook no more. So y'all better wake up quick. Huh? But the cost of contention is your time and your energy. That's the cost of contention. The cost of contention is looking back saying, damn, man, I had a good woman. Right? And some of y'all been there. Tell the truth. Tell the truth and stop lying. Some of y'all look back and said, dang, man, I had a good girl, bro. I had a great relationship, right? But you were too busy contending. You couldn't depend, right? So what I got to do? What do I have to do? What I got to do? I got to apologize to who? To me. Listen, bro, you need to apologize to yourself for inviting that much chaos to your life. Some of you need to apologize to yourself for bringing chaos. Others of you need to apologize to yourself for losing great women. And I tell women the same thing. How dare you run around and say it's no good men when you couldn't keep one? I say the same thing to you brothers. How dare you run around saying there's no good women when you lost 3? Let me see who's in the chat. All right. Let me see. All right. Let me catch. I had one more note for y'all. I really catch today. I want to get y'all something. Because here's where I'll end. But this is the thing. You rebuild your life through dependence. Right? How do you rebuild your life? You rebuild your life through dependence. You have to depend on somebody. Also known as you have to crush your pride. You have a relationship, you're going to have to crush your pride. You want a great relationship, you're going to have to crush your pride. Yes. Because when you get my age, I don't know how old y'all are, but when you 30 and you 40, I'll be 45 in December. But when you 30 and you 45 and you 50 and you still going through relationship stuff in your 20 that you were going through in your 20s and your 30s and your immature years, come on, you got to self-investigate. Come on. And for some of you sisters, since y'all on here, I'm going to tell you, every guy ain't the wrong guy. Every man ain't no good. Come on. You threw it away. You threw it away at times on a bad relationship. You threw it away. You messed up, sis. Come on. Come on, be honest, sister. You threw away a good relationship, right? Because this is the problem. Most of us come to a relationship with our hand out to receive because we're trying to get fixed from what happened to us. Most of us don't even have a relationship. We don't start out with a relationship that's even on healthy ground. Because most times now, people aren't approaching a relationship for what they can give. We're all approaching relationships for what we can get. And that's the issue. Listen, bro. No woman is responsible to heal you from your past relationships. And you sisters, no man is responsible for healing you from your past relationship. He's not. You cannot make that part of somebody's responsibility. And I'm going to say this too, since the sisters and brothers in here. Listen, if you're still a walking emotional mess, somebody that wants to date you doesn't want to become your psychologist, your psychiatrist, or your doctor. Don't invite somebody in your life to help fix you. That's not their job. And that's unfair. And then to turn around and say, oh man, she wouldn't stay. No, bro, she wasn't supposed to stay, help you rebuild your life. Did Eve help Adam build the garden? No. Did she help him beautify it? Yes. She did not help him build it. That's why Adam had a garden before Eve got there. You got to have a garden before Eve got there. And I'm not talking about money and all this stuff. I'm talking about what's on your mind. What's in this garden right here? Do you got anything going on in this garden right here? What are you growing here? What are you grooming here? What are you cutting down here? What are you trimming here? You got to have a garden right here, bro. Right? You got to have it right here. That's your garden. Your garden is not the car you drive. Right? That's bad teaching. That's what we taught. That's what we taught men over now. That's what we taught men over the years. Is what you have, what you have, what you have. Did you know that broken men drive off cliffs in sports cars? Right? Broken men will drive off a cliff in a $200,000 sports car. Right? During the Depression in the 1920s, you had men with $3 and $4 million in the bank jump out of their office window with $3 or $4 million in the bank. Right? Money don't keep sanity. Right? What do you need? What do you need? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna think about this too. I'm gonna do a podcast on it. You need a strong woman. Why wouldn't you not want a strong woman? I know I'm going to get attacked on the internet for this one, but I don't care. This world is so screwed up. Why wouldn't you want a strong woman? I'm not talking about the misdefinition of a strong woman, because some people define, some women define strong as being disrespectful. You need a strong woman. This world is blowing up. This world is blowing up financially, socially, emotionally. The world is blowing up. Why in the world wouldn't you want a strong woman? You need one now more than ever, especially some of you dreamers, some of you guys that want to build great things. I'm going to tell you, yeah, you need her. You need her. You need her. Well, man, I don't want to go through the nonsense. What are you equating that to? You're equating that to the last nonsense you've been through. Again, if we learn how to choose, we won't have to have this long list of people that are this bad testimony of what we've been through. What are you choosing based on? A lot of times, again, you're choosing based on your lack. So you're bringing people in your life that you have to contend with and not depend on. Let me see who's in the chat. Let me see. We have to learn. Yes, Karen. We do. We have to learn service. We have to learn how to serve each other. We have to learn, right? But service takes humility. I don't think there's enough humility. We don't approach relationship with humility. We don't. Let me see. Well, Yolanda, let me say this. Okay, so yes, sister. Yeah. Why would a man? I'm gonna read it in your voice, Yolanda, even though I ain't never heard your voice. Yeah. Why would a man not want a strong woman? See, I can tell how your voice is with all these all these question marks. Okay. So let's discuss that right quick. Why wouldn't a man want a strong woman? Y'all jump in the chat. Tell me. Some of you guys that's in here, tell me, why wouldn't you want a strong woman? Do we need to redefine it? Is a strong woman a bad thing? Is a strong woman a bad thing, y'all? Tell me, talk to me. Is a strong woman a bad thing? Or let's say, all right, Yolanda, ask, what is a strong woman? Let's define it so then we can cook on it. Let me see. Now I agree. Now, I don't know if this comment right here is with the other comment, Yolanda, but I do believe that a strong woman, part of a strong woman is emotional intelligence. Right? And I believe that emotional intelligence for a woman is having a filter for her emotions. Right? So I'm gonna say this to women, and I'm also gonna check some of you men. Right? Emotional intelligence. Right? Emotional intelligence for a woman is being able to filter her emotions. Because guess what, sis? Everything you feel ain't real. I'm gonna let that sit, y'all. Everything you feel is not real, sister. Everything you feel ain't real. And I think a lot of women, brothers, don't attach yourself to a woman who believes that everything she feels is real. You will be in a relationship in a maze. You'll feel like you're in a maze. That's what you'll feel like. Yeah. Listen, a woman that is sold out to everything she feels. I felt it, so it's true. That's a dangerous space. It's a dangerous space. That is a relationship ready for ruin. Right? Yes. Emotional intelligence. Yes. Emotional intelligence is being able to balance your emotion. I tell women all the time, I'm not saying you shouldn't have emotions, but a strong woman knows how to balance them. She knows how to deal with it. And she knows that her emotions are a strength. See, a balanced emotional woman, she knows that's her strength. But when it gets out of control, that can become destructive. Yeah. All right. All right, y'all, I'm about 50 minutes in. Let me see. Let me look in the chat and see if there's anybody else in here. But before I go, let me give a shout out to Mark. Life Lynn in the building. Yolanda. Who else is here? Tanya. Let me see. Jess Clark's in the building. LK back in the building. All right. Let me see. Who else is in here? Let me make sure I don't miss nobody. Karen Madison. All right, y'all. I'm done my points today. I'm dropping new podcast today. I'm dropping one for women today on the Dear Sister podcast. For some of you sisters that don't know, I have a podcast dedicated to women. It's called the Dear Sister podcast. Y'all can go on there. I'm dropping a video today on there talking about how women, you cannot change a man. I'm going to press the issue on women today that you can't change a man. I don't care who you think you are or what you think you got. You're never changing a man. And most of you women are broken because you think you can change a man. You're not changing a man. I'll give y'all my secrets on there later on, but I'll drop one on you right now. Most men are who they are. By the time they're 17, they are who they are. So by the time he gets to you at 35, I don't care what you got, sis. You're not changing him. You better start choosing more wisely. Let me see if there's anything else I need to share with y'all before I go. Oh, goodness. I write my notes at 4 a.m. All right. I don't think there's nothing else I need to share on here unless it's something else y'all want to talk about. Y'all not moving. Talk to me in the chat. Y'all not moving. Y'all still in here. Let me put this here. Y'all can still add to the chat and talk because I want to talk to y'all. I'm just done teaching my points. Let me just read my little thing for the end. This is what I want you guys to know. Stop contending and start depending. Apologize for where your contention has broken trust in your relationship. And focus on rebuilding through mutual dependence and respect. Your relationship will only be as strong as the trust you place in your partner's abilities. It's not just about trusting your partner. It's about trusting her abilities. And again, if you got with her and she has no abilities, why are you with her? Don't be afraid to depend on her, gentlemen. It's a sign of strength. It's not weakness. All right, I'm done my show. I'm done my part of the show. Let me look in the chat. Let me see. Ron is here. Oh, what's up, Ron? Man, one day I'm gonna find you, Ron. You know what I'm gonna start doing, Ron? I think I'm just gonna start just bringing up my text and letting you text me during the show because I know you be saying some really fly stuff, and I don't know why I don't see it. It's absolutely irking. Let me see. All right, Jess, I cooked today. All right, Jess. Thanks, Jess. When the sister said I cooked, and I was going in, I was challenging some women stuff too. But I was going in. Thanks, Jess. I really appreciate that. Let me see who else is in the chat. Now, if you need advice, sisters, listen, sisters, don't hold back. I know y'all in here. So if you need advice before I read Karen's sisters, if y'all in here, let's talk. Y'all on here. Y'all need relationship advice. Y'all need to understand the mind of a man. Jump in here right now. Jump on the chat. I'll talk to y'all. I'm not in a rush today. I just want to give some advice. Help y'all out. You gentlemen, man, I'm dealing with this woman. What should I do? Jump in the chat. I got some advice for y'all. All right. Let me see. Let me see what Karen has to say. Karen, let me see. And yo, before I do this, shout out to all the ladies, man. Shout out to all the ladies who not scared to come in and receive. And I'm gonna say this before I go into this next question. The fact that y'all come in this room, y'all share your thoughts, you say good morning to the brothers, man. We really appreciate you. I want to say that to all the ladies. Shout to all the ladies. In fact, ladies, listen. Karen, let me see. Karen, Yolanda, Jessica, let me see. All the ladies in the room. Send me a message on, I don't know, whether y'all on Facebook, send me y'all can message me on, I don't know, because I don't know. Message me on TikTok, Facebook, just send me a DM somewhere, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. I want to send you this book. I'm going to send you this book as my love to y'all. All right. I'm going to send this book to y'all as my love to you. All y'all ladies right here in the room. Okay. DM me on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Send me a message. Send me your address. I'm going to sign this copy. I'm going to sign a copy of The Soul of Sarah and get it to you. All right. All right, ladies. Y'all much love and respect, man. Let me see. All right. A woman who understands the power of vision and how to navigate through the value system is a strong woman. Okay. Okay. A woman who understands the power of vision. Okay. Okay. She understands the power of vision and how to navigate through the value system is a strong woman. Okay. Now, let me ask you something, Karen. What does that mean in a man's life? A woman that understands the power of vision and a woman who can navigate through value, a woman who knows how to navigate through the value system is a strong woman. How does that equate in a man's life? Talk to me. Talk to me. Thanks for the nuggets for this. Absolutely. Yolanda, absolutely. And I'm telling y'all, go to the Dear Sister podcast. Make sure you subscribe on the Dear Sister podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the Dear Sister podcast on YouTube and TikTok. I'm talking to the ladies. I've got Dear Brother, right? I got Dear Sister. And my goal is I'm talking to the brothers and talking to the sisters. I'm trying to restore the family. I'm trying to restore the family. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to restore the family. That's why I got Dear Brother, Dear Sister. Yes. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome, Yolanda. Absolutely. And DM me wherever you DM me, and I'll hook you up. I got you. Yeah, absolutely, Jess Clark. I got you. I'm gonna send this book right to you. I'm gonna sign it and send it to you. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you. Let me see. Is anybody else in this chat? All right. All right. Let me see. Let me ask y'all something. What do y'all think the biggest, let me see. You got one already? You got one, Karen? All right. I'm still going to send you one because you can give it to another sister. Thank you so much, sister, for getting one, Karen. I really appreciate that. I'm going to send another one so you can bless another sister. All right. Let me ask y'all something. What do y'all think is the biggest issue fighting relationships now? Is it the ignorance on social media? What do y'all think it is? What do y'all think the biggest? Me personally, I think it's bad information. I think the biggest challenge to relationships, healthy relationships now, is bad information. Right? Y'all remember Kevin Samuel? Right? He had good thought. He had very, very good thought. I don't think he knew how to talk to women though. Yeah. Let me see. What up, bro? You and I chatted recently on your self-validation video. First time. What's up, Ray? Yeah, I remember you, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you for your comment, bro. That thing touched me, bro. That thing touched me and pushed me forward, man. I really appreciate you coming through, right? I'm on every morning at 6:00, man. And I'm trying to find a time in the evening. I want to do a live evening show for the men too. All right. So you'll be on. But Ray, man, my man, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Let me ask y'all, man, what did y'all think the biggest issues for relationship are? What are the biggest problems you're seeing in men and seeing in women out there? What's the biggest issue? In fact, let me do this. Women, what do you think the biggest flaw is in women in relationships? Ooh, see, because it's going to be easy for y'all to go ahead and talk about men. But sisters, I'm asking some of you sisters, what do you think the biggest issue is with women right now as far as building healthy relationships today? And while y'all think about that, let me see. Where there's no vision, yes. Where there's no vision, he perished. Okay, then this is the thing. See, where there's no vision, he perished. Yes, that's very true. The question is this. How does a woman support a man's vision? How does a woman support a man's vision? Sisters, any sisters can jump on that. Let me see. Yes. Kevin Samuels did speak truth. He didn't have any love behind it, right? Because love is what heals. Information is not what heals. Love does. Love heals. And yes, I enjoyed Kevin Samuels because he was a straight shooter, and he really gave really good information, right? But again, it was no love behind it. He didn't really know how to put it into place for women to heal. Again, he kind of did what we talked about today on the podcast. He could contend with a woman, but contention don't bring healing, right? Contending doesn't bring healing. Contending will make somebody see what's wrong, but contending will never bring healing. Yes, very good point. Let me see. Family, faith, family, finances, fitness, friendships. Oh, all right. Let's get into this. Because I want to talk about this before we go. We have to speak truth with love. That's what the word, yes. Expecting men to be our... Ooh. Expecting men to be our savior and rescue us. You think that's the biggest? Yeah, I think that is a big one. Yo, I'm so hot. That is a big one. That is definitely a big one. Expecting men, but why do women expect men to be their savior? See, this is the thing. I think that there's a certain place in relationship where a man. Let me bring that up so everybody can see it. There's a certain place in relationship where a man can be your savior. He can rescue you. But that's after the relationship is dug in. I don't think any man is responsible for saving a woman from the rip. I'm from Philly, so from the rip means from the start. From the very start. I don't think it's not a man's responsibility from the start to rescue a woman. I do believe he does that later on. Once the relationship is dug in, then he becomes the person that's supposed to do that. But I agree, expecting men to be safe, because this is the thing. This is a podcast I'm doing today for women too. This is another podcast I'm doing for women. I might drop it today. Sometimes you are too much as a woman. And I know I'm going to lose y'all now. Y'all going to get out of here now. He's crazy. No, I think sometimes there are times where a woman is way too much. She's bringing way too much, because some of that stuff is for her to handle. It ain't for you. It's not for you to handle as a man. And I think, brothers, we get all caught up trying to handle everything in a woman. You can't fix a woman just as much as a woman can't fix a man. You can't. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, there's too much brokenness that you bring to the table. Sometimes there's part of your stuff that you got to fix before you can bring it to anybody else, right? You need to sort through what was broken in your life. You have to. You can't expect anybody else to do that, right? Because when people date you, they're not signing up to carry you. They're signing up to walk with you. They're signing up to walk with you. Let me see. A lot of us women grow up with, yes. So that's in fact, Yolanda, let me see. Was that Yolanda? Yes. I'm writing that down. I'm going to write that down because that needs to be a podcast. Because a lot of women who didn't have fathers, it's hard for you to identify a good man. And let me tell you something, ladies. Some of y'all need to be a little more humble with thinking you know what a man is. You can't know what a man is if you didn't grow up with one. And a lot of you ruin your relationships because, excuse me, I got to write this note down, fatherless women. I got to do a podcast on fatherless women, right? Because a lot of you've made up a fantasy of what a man is, right? And you're looking for a fantasy. And when you get with a man, no man is going to be able to meet the fantasy you made up in your head, sister. No man will be able to do that. It's not a man in the world that can match the fantasy you made in your head, right? You got to know the nature of a man, how a man talks when a man is mad, how he responds. You got to be able to know that. You got to understand it about man. You got to understand it about men, right? And a lot of you don't understand men. You don't, right? Or you define men based on your past relationship, right? But you can't bring all that to a table and make that a man's issue. No. And don't say he's not a good man if he's not willing to. Because this is another thing, gentlemen. Don't let a woman come in your life and say, well, you got to accept all of me. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not have to accept all of you. Because some of that's not my responsibility. Some of that was for your mom to do. Some of that was for your dad to do. Some of that work was for you to do. But don't ever buy into that, gentlemen. Don't ever buy into the fact when a woman comes in your life and says, you got to accept all of me. I absolutely do not. And then there's an emotional imbalance in relationships, right? Where women expect a man to accept her as she is with all her stuff, but will not accept a man as he is with all his stuff. A woman will say very quickly, bro. Listen, gentlemen. A woman will say very quickly, I ain't in it for all that. Ain't no man go. You better get it together before you come to me. You better go to counseling before you come to me. How in the world could a woman say that about a man and then bring all the nonsense and chaos relationships that women do? Right? If you want a healed man, you got to be a healed woman. One of the things that used to irk me the most is when Barack and Michelle was out there a lot, and all the women, I want me a Barack. Well, are you a Michelle? All right. I'm going to lose everybody. Ain't nobody going to be my friend after this. I met a man that was so broken after his divorce, he had low self-esteem. All right. Let me ask you something. Yolanda, did you date that man? You met a man. He was so broken after his divorce. Yes. He had low self-esteem. Yes. Did you date him? And if you did, why? Let me see. Brother, we are all going through the motions. We all need a clear vision for our lives, grown up from the ground up. Yes, the seed is cultivating faith, finance, fitness, family, and friendship. Yes, I agree. I agree in a sense. I agree with what you're saying. I think there's a missing portion, though, right? So let's go over your words right quick. Brother, we are all going through the motions. I agree. Yes. We all need a clear vision for our lives, right? Grown up from the ground up, right? Yes. The seed is cultivating faith, finance, fitness, family, friendship. I think the part that we're missing, though, Karen, is that a lot of people can't get to the faith, family, fitness piece because the esteem is so low. A lot of people, a lot of us don't feel good enough about ourselves to be with anybody. If you don't feel good about yourself when you're with somebody, that means you're coming in with the mindset that they are going to carry you. Right? A lot of us coming with that. Let me see. What'd you say? Yes, I did. All right. Well, why? Okay. See, gentlemen, see our sisters. See, this is why I love this room. Because we being honest. We can have a real conversation. Yolanda. All right. Let me go back to your other comment. I met a man that was so broken after his divorce. He had low self-esteem. Okay. I asked you, did you date him? This was your answer. Yes, I did. Why? Why did you date him? Why did you date him? Did you think you could help him? Did you think you could fix him? Talk to me. Why? Right? That's the question we got to ask ourselves, right? Why? But let me get into this while we're still talking. Y'all jump in the chat. We could keep on talking. Let me know that he was not my husband. All right, I'm gonna challenge you here, Yolanda. I'm gonna challenge you. You are my sister. I am your brother, so I'm gonna challenge you here. That's why I'm brother. God let me know that he was not my husband. God didn't have to let you know that. God didn't have to let you know that, Yolanda. I'm gonna be honest, sis. Right? I'm your brother. Let's talk straight. God didn't have to let you know he was not your husband. A man that was broken from a divorce and his esteem was broken. God didn't have to let you know that. Right? Here's the next part. He good used to use me to help. No. God will never use a one. I want to clear something up for y'all ladies because I'm gonna need to help y'all. This is how y'all get broken. God would never use you to build a man up. Right? Now I know you're a spiritual woman, and just because I rock my hat to the side and I look like I'm not, like I pastored the church for 27 years. Okay, I know that book. Let me tell you something. If God needed a woman to build a man up, why would God build Adam by himself? Why wouldn't he put Eve right there with him? When he created Adam, why didn't he create Eve right away? Because it's God's job to build a man up. A woman doesn't have the strength to build a man up. You have a strength to encourage a man to build himself up. You don't have the strength to build a man up. You can't. You're lying to yourself. You can only get hurt in the end. Sometimes we date because we genuinely think we can fix. Yes, Jess. That's why I'm dropping that podcast today, sister. I'm dropping that podcast on the Dear Sister podcast. You can't fix a man. I'm probably right after I get off this live and I get me a cup of coffee, which I need really bad. I'm going to shoot a live today. You can't fix a man. Let me ask you this, Jess. Why do y'all think you can fix a man? Why do you think, okay, let me say this. I'm going to put this statement in. Love is not enough, sisters. Love is not enough. So if you think you're loved, you can love him into a better day. You can't. You can't. You can't. It's in the same way. Listen, I used to think I could love somebody interchanging. See, I think it's both sides. Women just believe it more, but because most men don't try to love a woman better, right? I did. I tried to love a woman. I thought that my love was enough. Your love can't fix somebody's brokenness. The truth is, there's only God can heal a person's level of brokenness. But let me ask y'all this: why do y'all think y'all can fix men? That's a good conversation. Let me see. Healing is your own responsibility. Yes, Jess. Healing is your own responsibility. Let me see. In the final analysis, we became friends. I don't know if that's gonna work, Yolanda. You my sister, right? I don't know, sis. I don't know if y'all could be friends. I don't know. Because I think there's still something in there that's going to make you believe that, hey, at some point, this thing, I don't know. I don't know if y'all could be friends. And now I'm not saying men and women can't be friends. What I'm saying is usually after you've dated and you tried to make a man better and things didn't work out, it's going to be like some kind of like fake romance where it's like you're start depending on this person as if you're with them. I don't know. I may be completely wrong about that, Yolanda. Definitely may be wrong about that. But I just don't want to see you hurt, sister. And I've seen some things out here. Let me say, I use this formula and have grown through many tragedies and trauma. Yes. Let me see. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Thank you for the truth. Yes, sis, that's why I'm brother. I got to put you on. Gotta put you on. Yes. Yes. Love. Yes. Love is not enough. This the thing, y'all. Love. You need like. Love don't come right away anyway. You can't love someone till you see their flaws. Proof of love don't see till you see their flaws. Love is not enough. Do you like the person? See, like will keep a relationship. Love won't. You can love somebody and move across the country and never talk to them again, right? Love is not enough. And I think that a lot of people get married on that. Oh, I love him. It's not enough. Do you like him? Like is what helps you continue a relationship. Love don't. You can love someone and be apart from them. If you like someone, you never want to be away from them. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that, Yolanda. Jesus, he passed away. I'm so sorry to hear that, sister. Let me see. Ray Scott in the building. Yeah, bro, your content for me is right on time. It's so balanced, real, and loving. I'm in a time of my life to figure out what manhood looks like or means for me. Ray, I wish I had like a sound button. Ray, let me tell you something, Ray. Let me keep it 100 with you right now, Ray. Most men ain't saying this, bro. I want to clap up your manhood because you just said, man, I'm in a time of my life trying to figure out what manhood looks like. Hey, Ray. Yo, you listen to me, Ray? Hey, Ray. Yo, Ray. You hear me? You just proved what manhood is, Ray. You feel me? You just, my man, just said, let me see what you said. I'm in a life. I'm trying to figure out what manhood looks like for me. The fact that you're trying to figure out what manhood looks for you means you're a man, bro. I am very proud of you, Ray. All right. Ray, that's big, man. I want somebody to show Ray some love, man. One of y'all other brothers in the room, show Ray some love for that, man. Ray, listen, Ray, go to my website too, Ray. Go to my website, christianwinners.com. You can get a one-on-one with me. It's donation-based, bro. It's donation-based. That way I can help other brothers. A lot of brothers need to talk. A lot of brothers need some coaching, some counseling. Ray, go to my website, christianwinners.com right now, Ray. Sign up for my one-on-one coaching. All right. It's donation based, right? You can donate whatever you want to help me continue to help men. But let's walk through that. I'll be your brother. It wasn't an accident that you stopped by the page. You're my man. I'm trying to help you out. I've been single for 7 years while I have given myself space to heal. Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree. I'm with you. Let me see. I love how y'all talking in the chat. Sis, trust me, you can't be Jess. Yo, Jess. Talk that talk. Yes, Jess. She can't do it, right? See, I thought I was guessing from a man's perspective, but yes, Jess, I agree. Let me see. In your mind, it'll be false hope that there's a possibility when in actuality, yes, you're chasing rainbows. You're chasing rainbows. That's what begins to happen. That's really what begins to happen. You start to chase the rainbows. You start to believe, and it won't. Yeah, it's only disappointment at the end of that. Let me see. We can't even heal ourselves. No. You have to be broken to heal, right? It's just like when somebody do a surgery. Sometimes they got to break something to heal. They got to take something apart to heal it, right? Yes, you have to lay out, right? You have to be put to sleep to heal. Oh, let me say this to some of you guys. God put Adam to sleep before he brought Eve. God put Adam to sleep before he brought Eve. That man was totally humbled before he found his bride. Arrogant men don't find brides. Humble men. That's the revelation of why Adam went to sleep. He went to sleep. He went to sleep to lose himself so he can wake up to a better side of himself. God needed that. You can't walk into a relationship like this. I'm the man. I got everything together. No, you don't. If you got everything together, there's no need for her. And if there's no need for her, then you'll just wind up screwing her and making babies with her. And then she just becomes an ex-slave, not a bride. Go to sleep so you can find out your need, man. Humble yourself. That's what that sleeping is. Humble yourself. I know you got a big old garden. I know you named everything in it. I know you got it popping. I know you got, but guess what? If you want a bride, you got to come down off of that, receive her, and then take her back where you are. Let me see. Jump on in, man. I'm with you. I'm with you, right? Yeah, jump on in. ChristianWonders.com, man. I'm going to ride with you, bro. Because I see your heart. I see where you at. Push you forward, man. Let me see. Thanks for your transparency. Yes, Ray. See, Ray? You see it up there, Ray. Yolanda talking to you. Thanks for your transparency. We salute you, boss. Absolutely. Because everybody knows, man, in this room, real men, it's hard to find them. Right? Because everybody's a bad definition of what a real man is. Let me say this last thing and then I'll get out of here because I got 2 more podcasts to do today, y'all. Y'all, I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, and I am crazy. I actually have 3 podcasts, y'all. So I know some of y'all who are believers, right? Some of you, because I don't call myself a Christian. I'm a Christ follower. Jesus was the greatest revolutionary that ever existed, and I follow him because I want to revolutionize like he did. So I follow Christ. And I have another podcast because I am really upset with the church and how it's going and how it's abusing people. I don't think that it's following what God wanted at all. So I have another podcast called the Christian Activist Podcast. Yes, I'm out of my mind. I have the Dear Brother podcast. I have the Dear Sister podcast. And I have the Christian Activist Podcast. Let me say it again. The Dear Brother podcast, the Dear Sister podcast, and the Christian Activist Podcast. Yes, I challenge the church. And I challenge believers to see more of what God has for them. I challenge my brothers on the Dear Brother podcast to become the best men they can. And I challenge my sisters on the Dear Sister podcast to become the best they can. But let me lay this in before I leave. Y'all remember the concept of homie, lover, friend? Okay. You need a homie, lover, friend. Let me break that down. I did a podcast on this. Y'all need to go check it out. I don't remember. I've probably done over 100 shows by now. I need to celebrate that, yo. Let me clap myself up right quick. I did 100 shows. Let me see. I did 100 shows though. But let me see. Homie, lover, friend. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that means. Let me put this up. There you go, Ray. Ray said, thank you, Ron and Yolanda. Showing that love. There you go. Good stuff. We know you're not. You're right. I might be a little both, Yolanda. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about homie, lover, friend before I get out of here. All right. Gentlemen, this is what you need in a woman. You need a homie, you need a lover, and you need a friend. Okay. But let me explain those to you, what they mean. The homie is the woman. The homie is the woman that can hang out with you, jump into your world, right? So I'll give y'all an example. Me and my lady, right? I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing. I could watch boxing every day, all day. So on Saturday nights when the pay-per-view fights come on, like we make snacks, we do the whole deal. Like, and she didn't know nothing about boxing before we met. But now she's like in love with boxing, right? And she tells me any fights come on? Because that's my homie. In other words, the homie is the woman that can jump in your world, connect with what you connect with, have fun in your world. That's the woman you can run around with in the park. That's the woman you can run around with in the park holding hands. You know, y'all can eat ice cream together. Y'all can have a picnic. You know, that's your homie, right? That's your homie. Y'all can run around. The lover is the one that has your heart. The lover is the one that can soothe you, and the lover is the one that can heal your heart, the one that you can talk to about your pain, and the one that just knows how to lift you back up in a way that she makes you feel like a king again. That's the lover. The lover is the one that loves you deeper than just what you look like or whether you got a haircut or whether you look good today. That the lover is the one that embraces your being, and she has a way of just lifting you, right? That's what she was made for. So you got the homie who can hang, you got the lover who can heal, and then you got the friend. Now, this is the thing, gentlemen. The friend is the hardest one to find. The friend is always the hardest one to find because the friend is the one who can be with you with no judgment. She can put down her expectations to hear your pain and not see you differently. That's what that's the hardest one to find. You can find a woman that'll be your homie. She will run around with you all day. Y'all can run around, stay up all night, you know, all kinds of stuff. That's easy to find. The lover is a little harder to find because that means the lover is the one who can really get inside your soul and speak the part to you that other people can't, right? So that's hard. But the friend is the hardest to find. The friend, because a lot of women can't separate you from being their man. So when you bring your pain to them, a lot of women can't separate. She looking. That's the hardest one to find. If you can find a homie, lover, friend, you done hit the jackpot. But I'm gonna tell you, bro, in my age, Ray's age, and some of y'all cats on here, you 40 and up, you don't have time to be with a woman that has one or two of those. You need a woman with all three. Because if you made it to this age, that means you've been through some things that you need to talk about. There's some things that you need a woman to help you process. And if you don't have a woman that can be your friend and remove judgment to stay with you and talk you through stuff, you don't have nobody. Homie, lover, friend. All right. Y'all get that? Let me know you got that in the chat. Ray Scott, 100 shows, bro. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. 100 shows, man. Let me see if I know I did 100 shows. Let me see if I did over 100 shows. I might have cracked the code, right? Let me see. Oh man, I did 141 videos, right? So I'm almost at 150. We rocking. And thank y'all, man, because the only reason I'm able to do these shows is because of y'all, right? You the reason why the show. I could be sitting here talking to 0 people, right? But thank you, everybody out there. And I want to give a shout out again. I got to go, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. But I want to say this before I go. I want to shout out again. I did it yesterday. I want to shout out again. Shout out to Morocco, my friends in Morocco, all the brothers in Morocco that's been listening. The brothers in South Africa, the brothers in Canada, in Germany, the brothers in Australia. All my homies in New York been watching. New York, you watch me more than anybody in the country. I'm from Philly, and y'all watch more than people from Philly. Y'all watch more than my own hometown, right? Texas, Cali, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Illinois. Love y'all, man. Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all got it? Homie, lover, friend. Y'all got the concept? Yes, absolutely. I might turn that into a short later on because I think people really need to understand that. It's more than a song. It's a reality. All right. Hey, y'all, make sure, go get my book, gentlemen. Go get my book. Go suggest my book. Home Where Hurt Men Heal, man. Go on Amazon right now and get your book. Get your book on Amazon right now. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you so. Let me see. Let me bring it up. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. I really appreciate you. Congratulations. I know. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Thank you for supporting all my craziness, being on my side, sister. Thank you so much, my love. All right. That's the lady I'm always talking about, y'all. Tamika Cox. I'm always talking about her. That's the one who holds me down. That's the one who rocks hard with me. And I want to say something about that term, hold me down. Hey, brothers, watch the shorties. I'm sorry, I'm Philly talk. Watch the women that say that, hey, I'm going to hold you down. She really will. Be careful of the woman that'll hold you down. She might really hold you down and you can't get up again. So be very careful. I'm very thankful that I got one that holds me down and she don't hold me to the ground. She really supports the dreams I do. She's very much a part of why I am able to talk to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, I had this set up sitting here. I left my job being a principal. And I said, man, I'm pursuing this thing 100%. I'm going to go after this thing. I'm going to feed the people, right? And I had this computer sitting here and everything was lined up, lighting and everything. And I sat here for about 2 weeks just staring at this corner that I'm in right now. Like I said, I got a couch over there and I sat on the couch just staring at it, wondering, man, do those people want to hear what you got to say? Yeah, them people don't want to hear what you got to say. Man, sit down, man. You know, go do whatever you're going to do. Them people don't want to hear you. You know, one time my lady looked at me and said, when you going to get behind that computer? And man, it took me maybe 45 minutes. But see, that's what I'm talking about. A great partner too, y'all. A great partner. She didn't hit me in the head and say, yo, you ain't worth nothing. You better get over there. She asked me with a certain, it was that lover. It's the lover in her that was able to say, hey, when you going to get over there? And something in me said, get over there. As much as I was wrestling with my thoughts, all she had to do was say, yo, when you going to get over there? Right. But I felt the love. I felt the command in her love. And that's why I'm sitting here talking to y'all today, right? Don't do yourself short, guys. Get with a great woman, man. You're going to get with a great woman, get with a great one. Don't just get with an average one. And don't get with one you got to contend with, right? Get one you can depend on. All right. Sisters, make sure my sisters that are in the room right now, I didn't forget y'all. Inbox me somewhere. Go to christianwinners.com. Go to christianwinners.com. Leave me a message at my website. That's what y'all can do. Because then I'll be searching around for y'all DMs and all these different social media places. Go to my website, ladies, christianwinners.com, okay? Go to my website, christianwinners.com, and leave a message there, right? With your name and address, and I will make sure I get some signed copies of this book out to y'all, okay? Go on my website right now, all right? All right, y'all. Truly, I love y'all. Truly, 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 truly. I am down with y'all, all right? You matter today. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All you got is right now, my man. What you gonna do with it? Love y'all all. No fear, no shame, no compromise. See y'all tomorrow. Happy Friday. We're going to go into relationships tomorrow. We're going to talk about relationships. Usually it's Friday. I talk about relationships. We're going in there tomorrow and we're going to talk about some of this chaos going on. All right. We're going to have a happy show tomorrow. I don't have to rush tomorrow, so we'll have some time. I really do love y'all and appreciate every one of y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you hit the like button, it's free. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it shows YouTube that people are liking this channel and it draws more people. So if you believe in this content and you believe what I'm doing, just hit that like button. That's all you got to do. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And guess what? If you really believe in it, share it with all your friends. Share it with all your family. Share it with people that you know need what we got going on in our show. Y'all are amazing, man. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Love you, sis. Thank you so much, Yolanda. We really appreciate every one of y'all. We're going up big. I'm going to tell you, I got a big plan. I'm not just podcasting. This is a national and international movement of men to heal their cities. I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, y'all going to know. And I thank every one of y'all for being a part of the very foundation of what we're doing, because we're going to build something great. All right. All you great sisters, all you great brothers, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to say it one more time because it matters. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All you got is right now. What you going to do about it?